Welcome to this lesson. Meaningful documents. Write effective notes. In this lesson, we will focus on how to effectively write and organize notes so that they are meaningful and can be used for recalling information effortlessly. Meet Sia. She is attending a meeting where her boss is presenting details about an upcoming project. Everyone is busy taking notes. However, it looks like Sia is struggling to keep up. Sia? Sia, is everything all right?
Yes. Sorry.
Omar has just joined us. Could you please quickly tell him the key points we discussed? What do you think went wrong? Despite her best intention and effort, Sia left a poor impression on her boss and other teammates. They thought she was not paying attention, since she was not able to recall the key points and respond to the question related to the presentation. But why do you think that happened? Well, this happened because her method of taking notes was ineffective. She was trying to write down everything that was said, word for word, which is very difficult to do in a short amount of time. The average speed of talking is more than the average speed of writing or typing. Therefore, despite her best effort, Sia could not note down everything. Therefore, while taking notes, do not try to write everything down that is spoken. Focus only on noting the conclusions or the important points. What do you understand by note-taking? Note-taking is a way of concisely recording important information so that you can recall it later. It is a way of summarizing and retaining the key points from what you've heard and understood. Why is it so important to write notes effectively? Note-taking is a skill that can be applied in all aspects of life, socially, while studying, and at work too. Regardless of how good you think your memory is, you will need to take notes in many of these situations to remind yourself of what was said. Therefore, it is important to understand how to take notes effectively. Now, let us look at a model that will help you write any document more effectively. It could be an email, a resume, a report, or in this case, simple notes. It is the Pilot model. Let's break it down. First, find the purpose. Before you begin writing any document, always be clear about who its reader will be and what they expect. This will ensure that the document includes all the required information. Further, depending on the purpose and the type of communication you're engaged in, you can take different approaches for writing notes. For instance, a bulleted list or a visual diagram. To determine the most effective approach or strategy to take notes, think about how and for which purpose the notes will be used. Shortlist the ideas. Once you know the purpose of the document, think about what you want to include. List all the ideas that you think will help meet the purpose. Before noting a point, think about whether or not the point is important to the overall purpose, and hence, is it really worth noting? Never include unnecessary information simply for the sake of taking notes, because then you'll end up with lots of irrelevant points. Use correct and appropriate language. While writing official documents like emails, reports, and resumes, etc., it is critical to use correct and appropriate language. There shouldn't be any grammar, spelling, or punctuation errors. However, while writing notes, it is more important to write in your own style and use your own words. When writing notes, you don't need to worry too much about spelling, grammar, or punctuation, as long as you can clearly read your notes later. Now, organize your thoughts. Organizing thoughts helps to present ideas in a more effective way. The easiest way to present your ideas logically is to use a relevant and recommended template. Let's look at one such template or format for taking notes in an organized way. It's commonly known as the Cornell method of note-taking. Now let's practice writing some notes. Start by dividing the sheet of paper, as shown in the diagram on the screen. For example, if you are taking notes on how to prepare a report, first start by writing an appropriate title in the suggested area. The main note-taking area is where you will write the key points based on what you have heard and understood. Use short, concise sentences only to capture the essence of what is said. Then, for each major point or idea covered in your notes, write a cue word or keyword in the recall area of your sheet. This will help you recall the information easily. Use the summary area to briefly write the essence of what your sheet contains. It includes the most important information. Finally, do not forget to thoroughly review your document before sharing it with others. Even if you do not have to share your notes with others, always remember to review them to ensure that it is logical and concise and you haven't missed any important point. Then fill in the gaps and add additional information right away. Emphasize the most important points and add some structure to your notes by using simple strategies like underlining phrases, circling words, using highlighter pens, and so on. Great! Now you are ready to write notes in an effective manner. Remember, your personal note-writing style will evolve and improve with practice. So keep writing and practice how to apply the pilot model while writing notes.